Dan and I are here to talk about the exciting topic of the new Minnesota State sales tax dilemma. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
What is a sales tax dilemma? Is this the warehouse tax or the farm repair equipment, the telecom? What are we talking about here?
Well, the Minnesota legislature passed a number of new sales taxes in the state, including a sales tax on digital products, which may be of concern and applicable to your associations. The law went into effect on July 1st of 2013, and it can be a big deal.
So this is probably meant to get all that money that Amazon and eBay have been getting sales, and where Target and Best Buy, aren't getting the sales, so it's affecting our tax coffers, right? I mean, this is kind of for try to get the big players involved.
That's right, Dan. Originally, we thought that was what the law was intended to be, and I think that may be what the legislature thought too. But the Minnesota Department of Revenue has made a broad interpretation of the law, and it has a wider impact than any of us really thought. So, it can affect your association.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I guess maybe we don't do any physical products. I know we do have some webinars that we stream for our members. They need to get their licensure, et cetera. I mean, we charge fees for that. That's not included in their membership package.
That's right. It does affect you. It is live and recorded webcasts, podcasts, audio and video sessions, anything that's streamed online. So think about your organization. Do you stream anything online? The tax will affect you. And even though it's education, the state has said that the only exception to the education is that if it's a program that leads to a degree. So exemption would be the online university system, those kind of things. But any kind of classes that associations would have would likely be subject, when they're streamed online, would be subject to the sales tax.
I think we need to get some clarification on this matter. We're going to get a third party involved here momentarily. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. Go Mankato Mavericks. I'm wearing purple. Not because of the Vikings. Thank you. What is the state of Minnesota doing about this? What are our leaders going to do? I moved to Mexico because of this law. I can't believe what they're going to be doing.
Thank you, Jesse, for moving to Mexico. Now you got me all confused. Well, sadly, the state doesn't even really know what's going on. We've had statistics or a confirmation that different organizations have called the state, and they've gotten different answers from the Department of Revenue. So that's a problem, and we definitely need clarification. And hopefully we'll get it at some point.
Yeah, and why is this, for my member in Duluth, who used to get this a webinar and pay a certain price, now they're paying extra because they live in a remote location. That's not fair to my membership across the state. And what about that person in Duluth? If they have a local sales tax, are we responsible for that as well?
Good questions. You're right, it is a problem. If you have a live webinar or a live session that you have people attending, and you also have people that are attending through the internet and listening on their computers, the people that are listening on their computers would be subject to sales tax, but the people that are sitting here today would not be subject to sales tax. So does that make sense? No. And then the other thing you asked about is local sales tax. That's right, the person in Duluth would have to consider what Duluth sales tax are, or county sales tax. If you live in Ramsey County, you have St. Paul tax and Ramsey County tax. But if you're in Mankato, you have Mankato sales tax. Or if you live in Butterfield, where I grew up, they don't have any sales tax, so you'd only have to pay the state sales tax.